More friends than enemies, and I like it that way. Um, so I'm glad I met you, bud. I really am. I'm very happy to meet you, son. Way to go. I hope so too, Smoky Dog. Um, just take your time, glide through. How do I put it? You're going to be given some money and stuff. Get yourself food and water to start. Make sure you have that, and just intake everything you hear, see, or watch or learn from. Uh, I'm going to be honest with you. I got a little notebook somewhere up here when I first started, and this was season one. I wrote down stuff, and I kept that notebook next to my keyboard here. Um, I didn't know all the key bindings. I didn't know the emotes and the slash marks and what to do and what I did. So I wrote down myself little fucking cheat notes on my notebook. I still have it. I think I put it in my drawer here. Um, that was the best thing for me. Now that's my personal thing. Maybe something different for you. Maybe you retain it. I don't retain shit like that. It's like if I don't keep using it, I ain't gonna remember it. So do stuff like that to help you get used to the scene. You know, uh, it helps. Yeah, it doesn't help if you're driving or running away from somebody. What the fuck was that key to jump and hide? Yeah, you got to time your moments. So, um, who can I say? What clubs I know I can? Um, I believe not a blue club. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's so many new clubs and changing names. Um, there's at least four, maybe even five motorcycle clubs, and more coming. There's probably twice as many civilian gangs and more coming and more possibly leaving. Some of them have been kind of lackadaisical in what they're doing and stupid, and they're gonna have to take a little bit of a break and regroup, recharge, and redo things. Um, and then there's some that are really holding their own and doing the right way, right things. So yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the same thing with me. There's certain stuff I can retain till the day I die. It's uh, so I know I'm the same way. But something like this, nope. I was never a technology person. I have to eat some. Now that I mentioned that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people. What you're right. There's a lot of groups trying to get in, and once that they're stamped to get in, they are going to be looking to expand their roster uh, because you got to have a minimum of 6, 8 to get in stamped. Then you can build up to 12. Once you get your 12 and kind of establish yourself in, um, they get reviewed again and it goes up to 18. Okay, once you're at 18, kind of gets reviewed again. You could get approved for 24. That's the ultimate goal. It's 24. We want people to be able to experience that. And I'm saying we as the community want that expansion for people to experience that. Now, it may not be for you, but at some point you're going to learn along the way if it's for you or not for you. They're doing a complete revamp of the PD again. He's going to do another mass hire and training. So if that's something you want to try out, by all means, go try it out. It's a blast. First and foremost, you're going to get the most abuse for the PD. You got to have thick skin. You got to be able to handle it, but you got to be able to have fun with it and RP with it. With that being said, there's a way to do the law, but have fun doing it. You don't have to be, you know, Barney Fife and just be by the book. You can have fun, entertain yourself as well as the person you're with. Um, And number two, don't hold grudges. It's going to happen. You're going to get abused. You're going to get pissed. Don't crash out because of it. It's easier said than done. I've gone that route too. I'm still thinking about doing a PD character, which I have lined up and pushing forward with it. Not sure as of it yet. That might be a lot on my plate right now to invest the time to grow him where I'm comfortable switching between him and the Shrekky character. Um, you know, so we're just gonna have to see. But everybody's got their way of doing things. So I haven't done a morning stream and I can't tell you ages. This is weird, uncharted territories for me in the morning streaming. I get up. It's just I don't think about coming in here to stream, but I really should. I get a chance to see people that I normally may not see in the night streams, like you guys, which is a blessing for me. It really is. I won't say that for you guys because I don't want to see my ugly ass in the mornings. You don't see my wife sitting next to me, do you? What does that tell you? Let's see, do I got enough gas to get up there and back? I'm going to come down. Yeah, I can do it on the way back, so we're good. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what the hell I got in the back of this bitch. Okay, I got minimal here too. We're good. Let's see if I don't think hen house is open. We're gonna take a quick trip over there. You know what? I don't know if it was it you, Smokey? No, it was other people. I had an interaction with Bella last night at Bahama Mamas with those two dingbats, the S6 girls, I call them. They drive me nuts. They're doing their RP. They're funny as hell, but just they were really on point last night. Well, Bella was part of that, and the one girl got thumped, and it might have even been Bella that thumped her accidentally. So she was outside. I was trying to help with that, and then they weren't going to be allowed back in, and there was a big to-do. And Bella thought I was meaning her, and I wasn't. No, son of a bitch. Okay, which is no big deal. But she felt enough to have one of her mods contact me to make sure that I wasn't upset. You know what? I wasn't. I mean, I have to RP that way, and sometimes I go overboard where it does come out like I'm really pissed, especially if I'm in my comments here or if I'm more with anything, and I'm not. There's times where I got to kind of rein it back in. And I don't want to upset people like that where they think, holy shit, I pissed off Shrekky. I didn't mean to. For her to do that, it grew so much respect for me that she thought enough to have one of them take go over there, tell Shrekky I love him. No, oh my God, no, I love Bella. And I've had run-ins with her before. And if you don't remember, in the last season was a big run-in with her and Pedro. I'm the one that took out Pedro, and we took out Bella. So I gotta watch my fat ass. Now that Pedro's back and all that shit, fuck me. Even though we're not supposed to remember last season. Oh hell no. No, it takes a lot for somebody to get me that mad in here to have a grudge. There's only been two people, and I'm not going to mention any names. Um, well, yeah, they're both still in. One more so than other. However, however, it's a two-way street. I brought it upon myself as much, so um, it is what it is. And I'm preaching, oh, don't bring personal life in here. And guess what? Shrekky did it. I did it. And I hate doing it. I just did it. I hate that, third person talk. In real life, my name is AJ. Can't go by AJ in here, which would have been a lot easier for me because we already have an AJ in the club. So, this is my nickname. Shrekky's been my nickname since for almost 20 some years. I got it nicknamed to me by my kids and my uh, self adopted kids of a family friend, who their dad turned out to be a real fucking douchebag friend of mine. Left those kids high and dry when one was 2 years old and the other one was maybe 4 months. Uh, Walked out the door and left those kids with nothing in their mouth. So they became my family instantaneously. Still are to this day. Until this day, I'll get messages from them. I'll get hellos, gifts, Uncle Shrekky. That's what they used to call me. That's what they still call me. Um, and it warms my heart every time I hear it. No, Bella's a hell of an RPer, hell of an RPer, and she can hang with the big dogs. Let me tell you, she doesn't. I'll put it this way: I put her, G baby, Fuegi, uh, Zala, all in that category. Each one has their perks, but each one can hold their fucking own. They don't back down. They're not intimidated, and I'm kind of the same way. Please, when you talk to her again, reiterate that to her. Um, I can be kind of harsh in here, and I have to I have to catch myself. There's times where I reach out to people and I say, "Hey, I hope you like G Baby." The one time where just a couple weeks ago, we had that big fucking shootout fight in the club when she was trying to get to church, and oh my god, I got so nervous after that because in the RP scene, I'm done talking to you. We're done. We're done with this shit. I'm thinking, fuck, I'm gonna be fuck. I DM'd her and she's like, God damn it, Shrekky. You know it's just RP. I love you no matter what. You did good, blah, blah, blah. Stop being, I can't tell you well, I could. Stop being a pussy. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I love G. I love her to death. What's up, Spence, man? How are you? I did. I felt so bad with that scene that I took it. I thought I took it too far. I really did. And if you notice fucking Gus, he was just fucking sitting back. I'm like, you asshole. He does that to me all the time. Especially with people that kind of, and I'm one of those that'll stay out of everything at first, and I kind of evaluate. I watch, I overwatch. If you see us at meetings, there's the groups, you know, you'll watch my fat ass. I usually start off and then I kind of circle around. I'm behind those people that we're meeting with. I don't trust anybody in here. And that's to me, that's my job. I'm the babysitter. I make sure nothing fucking shady's gonna happen. If it is, it's gonna be for me. So Gus will see that and he'll start instigating, and he's just, I'm like, you bastard. So yeah, that's what he was doing. He was just fucking throwing sticks on that fire. But it was fun. It was fun to do that. It was fun to interact that way, and it was fun to cut loose from our normal characters uh, uh, unity. You know, me and G Baby in here get along great, but then we hit that startling point. She wanted part of this and wanted to be up there with the girls, and I was like, I was holding the ground of the rules of the club and the whole, men thing and ego. And I thought I overstepped my bounds and pushed it too far, but I didn't. In her eyes, I got some pretty shitty comments from people that about my art peeing that night. Let me tell you, and I'm like, sorry, Shreky, I didn't think you were like that. I'm not like that. Shreky's like that. Shreky's old school. Shreky's an OG. Shreky's been down this path. It's not something new to have women have their own church and a motorcycle club. Exactly. So, and then you know what? It's hard for people to see that, but it's harder for me to um, RP that because that's not how I think. That's not how I am. I don't believe women should be second-handed. I don't believe women are inferior or less important than a man. I just don't. So it's hard for me to get the best RP out that way sometimes, and I'm always on that line. Am I going too far? Am I going to push it too far where I'm going to offend people? So oh yeah, Becky. Oh yeah, shit. So same with Juju. Don't let Juju fool you. Juju's quiet, silent. You piss that broad off, man. Holy fuck, she gonna club you. She'll just shoot your ass. She doesn't care. So we have such a talented group of people in the city, not just the club, but in its entirety in this community, in this city, of talent of RP. Um, I liked what Gus did last night. He went around, didn't come in and stream it all. Went around and hit everybody's stream that was streaming and watched and was interacting from afar in his head. I know what Gus is doing. He's watching those people's streams, and mine included last night, sending followers. And it, it amazes him how well and how far the streaming is coming. For months, he was telling me I got to get on and stream, and I ignored him. And I was so nervous to do it, I pushed it off, and I was my own idiot. And then even when I started it, I was nervous as hell. And now it's like second nature. Second nature. Mine was more my appearance. Okay, I'm this old bearded guy, overweight, due to being cooped up for almost 2 years. Um, and no experience. And not the young set mind. And, you know, trying to be a dad figure to people, and I shouldn't be, but I am. And it's hard for me not to. So my wife and other people, Gus and Ben and Vinny, G Baby, Fuegi, fuck that. Be who you are. Be the person you are. Let that come out. That's your RP. That's your character. Don't bring your life character in here, but be that life character. Be 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 what your tangibles are. Be what your person is. Be somebody else in here, but bring those. You'd be surprised, and it works. People want to hear. Some of you guys want to hear about shit from, and I'm like, okay, You know, some of my family members don't look at this. When I first got um, into the club, patched in, of how I got patched in, and why I was brought to why I came to the club to be patched in. And I remember that day when they pulled me up into the church room and they asked, and I told them the story of why I was here, how I found them. And just I'll give you a brief rundown. It was through my late son. He had shown me a video way back when of, I think, a YouTube video of Gus doing something. And he thought it was kind of funny and this and that. And I kind of went, I looked and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then one night I was laying in bed. I was kind of throwing through TikTok and I seen his stream. And I'm like, why does this guy look familiar? And I got drawn in, just like everybody else has with him. And then it dawned on me, it clicked. So then I was really talking more with Vinny at the time on that stream stuff. And he helped me get this going. And then when I came in, and they asked, and I told him, I said, you know, I was drawn this way, this way, and this way. He's like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, this and that. It would be great. You know, your son should come in today. I said, well, that would, but I lost him at the time, um, you know, 2 years ago to a heroin overdose. And that room went fucking silent. They weren't expecting that. And here's me just talking like I am now. I didn't really choke up. And they're like, oh, well, you know, I think Gus said, you know, I said, no, I got nothing to hide. I'm not, you know, he was a great kid. He got into the wrong path, um, you know, and it choked us up. It choked everybody else up. And, you know, I was afraid of saying that because I thought people were thinking I was using that to get patched, number one. And two, to become popular in here, knowing what my skill level was at the time, which was um, but the response I got was heartwarming, affectionate, and that's what choked me up afterwards, is how many people reached out. Sorry to hear that. Oh my God. And then told me their stories of loss to an addiction. So I hold that dearly. Thank you, Spence. Don't, you know what? Don't, life lesson. Don't hold back on something and never do it, because later on in life, you'll be that person that's like, man, I wish I could have. I should have. I kind of want to. That's the worst. Try it. Come in, try it. If it's not for you, you can still say you tried it. You know, um, I've done that. I've done things that I should have, and I'll never be able to again. Um, just for whatever reason, you know. Um, and I regret that. I really do. Some of them may seem minute to others, but to an individual, if that's a passion or something of interest, it means a lot. Always try it. Always try it if it's not going to hurt you or anybody else. I wonder what it'd be like to shoot somebody in the head. No, 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 no. You kind of catch what I'm saying. So, yeah, always give in to your negative thoughts on something of, and just say, you know what, I'm going to try it. Win or lose, it is what it is, but I tried it. You move on. And thank you for, you know, I'll be honest. This January 21st is going to be a hard day for me. It'll be 3 years that I lost my boy. That's it. And there's not a day goes by that I don't miss him. However, he's in better hands than I could do for him. He's in better hands that any rehab could do for him. he's in better hands than what he could do for himself. And he left behind the greatest thing, a gift to me, was that 5-year-old baby. So, what kills me the most is he's not here to see it and be part of it, and she's not here to see him and show it. So, those are the difficulties with that. He's not in pain. He's not hurting himself or others anymore. That's the blessing in disguise. Exactly. Exactly, Spence. Exactly. And everybody tried. He had so many tangibles, and he burned a lot of us. And it's hard knowing the person he was before all of that and what he turned into. And it was sad with those drugs. And don't get me wrong, I'm no angel. I had a very rough bout in my younger days of a certain drug. I was the Midwest version of Tony Montana, just a joke, but you kind of get my drift. And it was taking a toll, and I had to change. So this may be interesting. Let's see if he keeps going. Be a putz. Could get run over.
Hey, you okay there, buddy?
Yeah. I'm just talking, but I'm on.
I seen you when I was driving up.
Yeah, I'm on purple eye. That's
Thought you
all,
was running
brother.
on gas or something.
No. I'm purple eye, and so I'm just talking to somebody.
Oh, all right.
I appreciate it, though, brother. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too. Uh-huh. We're gonna move. Shrekky could be getting robbed here. We don't want that. Anyway, so uh, yeah, it was that was the hardest thing, seeing a person change before your eyes of what they were. He was a talented mechanic. Talented. He could do anything, and if he couldn't, you'd show him, and he would do it. That kid would outwork me, and I'm a hard worker, or was back in my day. That was one thing, you couldn't outwork me. I could be tired as hell. I'd put fucking toothpicks in, put some fucking sponges under my eyes to keep from tearing up and bloodshot. But I'd go on just to prove a point. He was the same way. So unfortunately, that stubbornness wound its way into that little grandbaby. I love her to death, but holy shit that she got me wrapped around her little fucking pinky finger. It only takes one little sentence from her. But please, Papa. And I'm opening up my wallet. My wife wants to fucking pummel me. What are you doing? What do you mean? She asked nicely. My wife goes, I've asked nicely. I'm like, yeah, but I'm married to you. It doesn't go well. Shrekky's an asshole in real life, too, just so you know. Pretty much, I keep telling everybody. Everybody thinks, oh, I created a character that I wanted to be. No. I just dragged the character in real life into here. What you see is what you get. And if you guys are ever in my chat and you see her, her name is Tamster66. That's my Princess Fiona. I don't want to hit the fields yet. I do have to take a break here real quick before I get into this because I don't want to get too tied up. Yeah, so. Oop, oh, see, and there she is. Good morning, my bride. How are you? I miss you. When's breakfast? I could have gone, what's in the bowl, bitch? But I didn't. I'm coming upstairs. I'll be up there in a minute. I can tell you what's going to be in the bowl. It's going to be my head if I ask her like that again, right, guys?